Over the past few months, this story, Philip Kapneck, Maryland Trade Ambassador and job creator, has caused quite a stir. There's been a lot of feedback coming about this story, and seemingly some of that, or probably most of that, has been from people who worked with Ambassador Kapneck during the 40 years of his appointments, or were around at the same time and saw the work that he did. There's been a lot of agreement with what this official said about the work that he did. And so I just thought today that I would make a little video about it because it's been a great story. And while it doesn't cover everything that he did, it's a good overview. And so what happened was that the ambassador was appointed by the state, by Governor Marvin Mandel, and he went to Brussels to open an international office there to see if there were any companies in Brussels that would like to come to the US and start up their business there. And the aim, of course, was to create new jobs. We know now, 40 years later, that was a huge success. It was great to be able to publish this story about this interview. The former state officials said that Governor Mandel and the state of Maryland made really the best possible choice when they chose Philip Kapneck to be their trade ambassador, because he did such an amazing job. And he's still working away today, even after his supposed retirement. Obviously, since he was appointed by Governor Mandel, the administrations following Governor Mandel also reappointed him to that position to continue that work. What this person said when asked was that every week manufacturers and businesses from overseas wanted to set up their companies in the US. And Ambassador Kapneck had brought so many companies from overseas to assist the many people needing jobs in Maryland and in other states. He accomplished things that were never done before, and he shattered all the previous records on the books about generating jobs. And there was a huge demand for European businesses to start up in the USA. Obviously, they wanted access to a larger market, and Ambassador Kapneck spoke to them about what that would mean, how to do it, where they would be best suited for because of the type of the employment, the training of the people who were living in Maryland and what they could do. That was a great thing. And he said that sometimes the companies would come to Maryland, but it was more advantageous to them to look at another state for some reason. Could be training, could be logistics, all kinds of things. And so sometimes they would come to the US and they would set up in a different state. But it didn't matter because Ambassador Kapneck would help them to do that too. And some of the other states were then advertising for companies to come to their state to see what they had to offer. Even after that happened, the Europeans had seen Ambassador Philip Kapneck because he was in so many places and he spoke to so many people that he was the number one person that they were asking to speak to, even if it was another state and not Maryland. And when asked what was Philip Kapneck's greatest achievement, the state official said that Philip Kapneck will be remembered most as the man who gave 40 years of service, helping people get jobs, attracting business and industry to the USA, caring for his fellow man, and creating the most amazing number of jobs that no one else had ever created in the history of the country. It was suggested that it will be written in future history books that Ambassador Kapneck was able to turn around the state's economy by attracting foreign business and manufacturing to America and employing millions of people who were looking for jobs. The state was desperately looking for ways to employ its people, and the timing was perfect that Ambassador Kapneck started doing that work, and those businesses took off like a jet plane. So that's the story. Philip Kapneck, Mayor and Trade Ambassador and Job Creator.